Stop scrolling for just 5 seconds. I want you to name 3 successful Indian businesses. Go on, got them? Okay, now tell me what's the first thing that comes to mind when I say Ratan Tata? It's not just Tata Motors or TCS, right? It's trust, it's legacy, it's ethical leadership. What about a new age entrepreneur? Say Ghazal Alag of Mamaearth. It's motherhood, it's D2C hustle, it's Shark Tank conviction. See, the dynamics of businesses are over. They have been shattered. It's no longer just about the logo or the product. It's about the face behind it. The story that makes you feel something. In today's India, where every street corner has a startup, where competition is fiercer than a Mumbai local during a rush hour, your name is no longer just your identity. It is your business's biggest asset and your most valuable and often only brand. And if you haven't mastered this personal brand game yet, you're not just losing out, you are becoming invisible. Today, we are diving deep into how personal branding didn't just change business, it became the new currency of success in India. Trust us, you will want to take notes, hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Part 1. The shift from Bada brand to Bada Naam. For decades in India, businesses was a simple equation. Big budget is equal to big brand. Think of the conglomerates, the Tatas, the Birlas, the Ambanis. Their brand building was about massive infrastructure, expensive TV ads and decades of legacy. They were the kings of establishment. But then came the internet juggernaut. Suddenly, your 30-second 50 lakh TV commercial is competing with a 30-second 0 rupee Instagram reel made by a 22-year-old in their bedroom. And the scary part, the reel is winning. Why? Because the audience has become fatigued with perfection. We don't want glossy corporate statements. We want human connection. The product of the last decade was the creator. The product of this decade is the founder as a creator. Think about it. When you buy a pair of eyeglasses from Lenskart, you are not just buying a product. You are buying into the vision and energy of Piyush Bansal. When you are learning coding, you are not just enrolling in a course. You are subscribing to clarity and confidence of Sandeep Jain. Geek for geeks. This is the shift. The focus moved from B2C, business to consumer, to P2C, person to consumer. The founder's story, their struggles, their honesty, that is the new differentiator. In a world full of noise, people buy from people they trust, not logos they ignore. Part 2. The 4 pillars of Indian personal branding. So what does a powerful personal brand look like on ground in India? It stands on 4 very solid, very desi pillars. Pillar 1. Trust. The foundation, bharosa. In a market often plagued by quick scams and mistrust, personal branding is the antidote. When the owner puts their face on the line, they are essentially saying, I stand behind the product. If it fails, you know who to blame. Consider the rise of financial creators. They are not just sharing stock tips. They are sharing their own portfolio, their own mistakes. That vulnerability builds invaluable trust. Would you rather take investment advice from an anonymous bank pamphlet or from a known celebrated CA who breaks down complex tax rules in Hindi? The choice is clear. Pillar 2. Reliability. The connection, apnapan. This is where Indian audience truly connects. We love a good story, especially a rags to riches or a small town to big dream narrative. When a founder shows their office is just a rented room or they use Hindi and regional language nuances, it bridges the gap. They are not trying to be a multinational CEO. They are your bhai, brother or didi, sister who made it big. This apnapan is what makes content feel authentic, not salesy. Pillar 3. Authority. The expertise or the gyan. You can't just be famous. You have to be famous for something. Personal branding demands you become the go-to expert in your niche. If you sell organic honey, you need to be the person who can explain the life cycle of a worker bee, the difference between multiflora and wild honey, and how to spot adulteration. You don't just sell honey, you sell knowledge about honey. This is how you differentiate yourself from the next person selling the same thing on Amazon. Pillar 4. Scalability. The growth or vistar. Here's the genius part. A personal brand can scale infinitely and instantly. A traditional company takes months to launch a new product and millions to the market. But if a highly trusted creator launches a new course, a book or a physical product, they have an instant audience of millions ready to buy on day one. Their personal reputation does all the heavy lifting. The brand is ready-made. Part 3. Case studies. Indian pioneers of personal branding. Now let's look at some real life examples that prove this theory isn't just theory, it's cold hard success. Case study A, the EdTech revolutionary. Think about the massive wave of online education. The founder of companies like PhysicsWallah, Alak Pandey, didn't start with a boardroom and a venture capital. He started with a whiteboard, a shaky camera, and a passion to make physics accessible. His brand wasn't the company, his brand was the emotional promise. पढ़ाई सस्ती, अच्छी और सबके लिए होनी चाहिए. Education should be cheap, good, and for everyone. He wept on camera when he announced funding. He connects with students on an emotional level. He built a multi-billion-dollar empire on the back of his personal, relatable, emotional connect with his student audience. That's the power of putting your heart, not just your wallet, into your brand. Case study B, the D2C hustle. Look at the explosion of direct-to-consumer brands, especially in beauty and wellness. Companies like Nykaa and Sugar Cosmetics thrived because their founders, Falguni Nayar and Vinita Singh, stepped out of shadows. Vinita, for instance, used the platform Shark Tank India not just to raise capital, but to massively amplify her personal brand as a gritty, no-nonsense entrepreneur. When she speaks, you don't just hear a CEO, you hear a founder who's been in the trenches. That visible struggle and conviction is the secret ingredient that makes customers choose her lipstick over a century-old competitor. Now let's talk about cultural barrier to personal branding in India. The challenge of log kya kahenge? What will people say? We are taught to be humble, to stay quiet and never to boast. But in business today, silence is not humility, it is invisibility. The greatest entrepreneurs are overcoming this fear of being judged and stepping into the spotlight. Ask yourself, are you worried about judgment or worried about being irrelevant? So here are 3 tactical steps to build your brand today. Number 1, find your niche. Within a niche, don't be a financial advisor. Be a financial advisor for dentists. Specialization breeds authority. Number 2, the consistency engine. The importance of showing up daily, even if it's just for a 60-second video. Consistency signals reliability. Number 3, the feedback loop. Use comments and DMs to shape your content and product. The audience is not just a consumer, they are a co-creator. And number 4, the final long-term dividend. A personal brand outlives any single company. If the founder sells their brand, their name is still a valuable asset that allows them to start the next venture instantly. That personal brand is the ultimate safety net and a multi-business license. Look, the game is no longer about hiding behind a big sign. It's about standing confidently in front, shining a spotlight on who you are and what you believe, and why you created what you did. Every great business starts with a single person's burning desire. And today, that desire, that story is your marketing budget. The choice is yours. Do you want to be a commodity, another faceless offering in a crowded marketplace? Or do you want to be a category of one, a unique voice that customers trust, connect with, and follow blindly? If you are a student, an aspiring entrepreneur, a small business owner, or even a corporate professional, the time to build your brand is now. Your name is your legacy. Start writing the story. We hope this video gave you the push you needed. If you found that one piece of gyan, knowledge, that changes your approach, do us a favor. Smash the like button to tell the YouTube algorithm that this message needs to reach every aspiring Indian entrepreneur. And we want to know whose personal brand in India inspires you the most and why. Let us know in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one. Keep hustling.